Hi, this is Jessica Kim with CCS Mid-Atlantic. Today's tutorial is going to be about two new widgets for Smart Response. The way that you're going to download them is by going to Smart Exchange. Remember, you can always download it, get there by clicking on the Quick Access from your toolbar or go to exchange.smarttech.com. One thing to note is to download these widgets, you must have Notebook 11.2, and obviously you must have Smart Response. If you do not have Notebook 11.2, go to smarttech.com, support, software downloads, and then click the version of the software that you need. Once you're on Smart Exchange, you want to click File Type, click on Widgets, and make sure you're always signed into Smart Exchange. If you do not have an account yet, please make sure you sign up for one. Once you're on searching for widgets, click on Newest first, since it is a new widget. There are quite a few new widgets for from Smart Exchange, so be sure to check those out. But for right now, we're going to scroll down to the Smart Response widgets. We're going to download Concept Mapping and the Word Cloud. Today, right now, we're going to focus on the concept mapping. We're going to right-click on the download and go to Save Link As. The reason for doing that is if you only click on download, it's going to default to your downloads folder where it might get lost. This way, I can designate where I want it to go, and I have a folder for all of my widgets. I'm going to go to my Documents folder, and I have a Smart Exchange folder for all of my widgets. I already have this saved, so I'm going to hit cancel for the time being. Once you have it saved, you're going to go back to your notebook file, go to Gallery, and go to your My Content folder. Once you go to your My Content folder, you're going to right-click and go to Add to My Content. Then you're going to find that file, and remember it was called Concept Mapping, and you're going to open. I already have it, so I'm just going to hit cancel for the time being. Once you have that, you're going to add a blank page. You're going to go to your Interactive Multimedia, and there it is. You're just going to drag it over just like you would with any gallery item, and there you go. The way that you would use this item is obviously you need response. Right now I'm working with Smart Response Virtual Edition, the VE. You need a topic for your concept mapping. So let's say we're going to talk about the environment. Okay. Once you type what your topic's going to be, you're going to drag it into the center. You'll notice that it goes, types it in, converts it into text for you. If you want to go ahead and change what your topic is, you can click on the pencil, change that up if you want. So maybe instead of talking about the environment, maybe I want to talk about pollution. Hit OK. That year is going to be where I change my settings. Do I want live updates? Yeah, because I really want to see what my students are saying in the moment. Do I want it to be case sensitive? How many responses do I want my students to be able to put in, and so forth. And then exit out. The screen capture, that's going to be to put it as an image at the end. So don't press that yet. And then play is for when you're ready to go. And that's to reset. And obviously, trash can, pretty self-explanatory. Once you're ready to go, go ahead and press the play button. And it's going to take a second. And then it's going to prompt you. It's going to tell you where your students need to go for your assessment. So, I'm going to hit the X. And you'll also notice at the very top, it gives them that assessment ID. So if you have any students that are late, you still know where to go. So, I'm going to show you how that works. So we need to go to response.smarttech.com and put in the assessment ID 956167. So I have that up here, 956167, and we're going to leave the student ID blank for the time being because we're just going to run in anonymous mode. So with pollution, they're basically just going to come up with words that come to mind when they think of pollution. So they might think of smog and smoke. Alright, and what you'll notice, there's a little bit of a delay when that happens. And to show you what else happens when another student might happen to write the same things, I'm going to also sign in from my mobile device, because remember, with Response VE, any web-enabled device, they can access the Response VE from. So I'm going to type in smoke as well on my web-enabled device from my phone. So I'm going to type in smoke from my iPhone here. It's just going to take a second. And then I'm also going to type in, let's see, bad for environment. And what you might have noticed is that word smoke got a little bit bigger. So as students type in the same answers, what you'll notice is that those answers get a little bit bigger each time. So as they build upon that. Now, if you want to change the topic as they're building on it, so let's say instead of talking about pollution now, you want to change it to trash, you click on that, and now they can build upon that. So let's go back here to my Response VE, and let's say instead of talking about pollution, now we're really responding to trash. So let's say littering. We're going to go back to my notebook and just give it a second. And you'll now see that my response came from trash, because that is now the new selected icon. If you are done with this, obviously, just using my web browser and my phone, it's limited. But imagine what this could be like in your class. If you're doing a character map, if you're having a class discussion on something that you've just discussed, it's really limitless. Once you're done with your discussion, you can hit the stop button. And it just takes a second for it to capture. And if you notice that any of the students had misspelled anything, you can click on that pencil and you can change it and so forth. If you want to continue, you can press play again and everything else. Keep in mind, if you're doing this with whole group, 5 responses for a class of 20 might be a bit much. So you might want to change that. If you're doing this small group, you might want to give them a few more responses. So keep that in mind. Once you're done, and let's say you have a concept map that you really like, go ahead and click on that screen capture. And now when you go to the very bottom page, it automatically, anytime you take a screen capture, it automatically imports into the last page for you. It's now a still image. Okay. On page 3 though, what you'll notice, it's still that flash object, that widget that we had. Page 5 is a screen capture that we have. Okay, so now you can use this for whatever purposes you want. Alright, if you have any other questions, please contact me directly at jkim@ccsprojects.com. And if you want more information on additional training, visit us at ccsmidatlantic.com or visit us at ccsmidatlantictraining.weebly.com for more tips. So let me show you those websites. This is our website. If you go to ccsmidatlantic.com, here's our website. Go to training and click on workshops, and here are a list of some of the trainings that we offer at our Columbia office. If you see something here that you like, please sign up. Or if there's a training that you like but the dates don't work for you, email us and we'll try to see what we can do. Our training website also has some great information. If you go to the resources tab, there's some tips and tricks right there that has some great video tutorials just like this one. Hopefully this information was helpful for you guys. Again, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to contact me at jkim@ccsprojects.com. Thank you.